Greetings, Go Black Texas community. This is Carisha, your host, with another Black Business Showcase, and I'm joined by
Thomas Lawless, the owner of Bold Clippers.
But thank you again for joining us on this showcase. We'd love to learn more about your company and what you're providing. So please tell us the name of your business, what you do, and just give us some background information.
My name of my business is Bold Clippers. We provide, it's more like a cosmetic line, more so with the clippers. We provide edgers. We discontinued the actual trimmers just for like manufacturing purposes, but we provide edges. We provide one-on-one educational classes. We have all of the merch, the shirts. We're getting started with the jerseys, with the mask and stuff like that.
So when did you establish your company?
I established the company last year in June of 2019.
Okay.
The idea actually sparked a year prior, before 2019 and 2018, sometimes around like November. We talked about it and then just came into fruition.
Okay, and I hear you speaking in the plural sense. So who else is in on the business with you?
It's another founder, a good friend of mine. His name is Emmanuel Green. We had the idea. We came up and created the idea together.
Okay, and what sparked you guys creating the Clippers and coming up with it? What was the motivation behind it?
The motivation behind it was I met him in barber school. I think that was like about 5 or 6 years ago, and we always used to sit down and talk about the Clippers and how they sound and how they run and the blades and the motors. And after a couple of years, we started thinking like, we don't really have a black-owned clipper line, and it's like we're in the industry once again where we dominate the industry, but we're renters and nobody wants to be owners. And that goes from the material all the way up to the shops. All of the shops that we own, the salons, they're renters, and there ain't hardly no owners. So we decided that we wanted to go another route. So our Clippers became like the number one priority at that point.
So speaking in terms of your product and if you are providing any services, give us a rundown of what Bow Clippers provide.
Bold Clippers provide, it's just you get more for your dollar. First and foremost, I know the average clippers that you would buy at a beauty supply or online or anything like that, it only comes with like the blade that's attached to the clipper. We provide 4 different blades. We provide 6 guards, and it's one of the fastest running, hardest running trimmers I've ever used in my professional career. And they're lightweight, very lightweight, and we to go a step further, and instead of just giving somebody a product, we wanted to give you the educational piece on the other side. So we created this. It's called Cutting for a Change. I came out with that class like I think around 2018. I got inspired to do that class because I teach at Ogle like once a year, and I'm not an instructor, but it's like somebody. It was word of mouth, and somebody passed my name around, and I just got through. And when I was teaching those classes, I was like, it would be pretty cool to put these classes with what I'm doing with my product to kind of give back more so.
So in terms of starting the business, was it easy or harder for you to launch? What were some of the roadblocks you guys faced when establishing yourselves?
Um, I would say it was challenging. I won't say it was easy. Uh, just due to just so much stuff that falls into place because it's like you tapping into like new waters and it's like you gotta adapt. So I won't say it's hard because when you accept the challenge, it's like it's whatever comes with it. Um, so I mean, it's whatever you want to invest that time in, and it's just like you really start seeing like what's a priority to you at that point, and it was just a priority, and I was just willing to just run the race with it at that point. So
Okay. For other entrepreneurs seeking to start their own companies, what would be some advice that you would have for them?
know what you want out of the company before you create it, before you get the LLCs, before you get the business accounts, before you get the the before you start making the post about what it is that you want to do, make sure like you got a clear bird's eye view of like what it is that you really want. And I'm more so of a longevity thinker. So if I tell you like, man, like I want a couple of schools, I want a manufacturing company, and I want this and that, I'm just speaking the long term to it. But it's always those first steps first. So before I get to this is what I have to do. And that's what I would say. I have the end goal already in mind, and it's easier to kind of build your way up.
So, what has been the most satisfying moment in your business so far?
Every step, every step, uh, from the manufacturing um, to learning what a bond is when you import export, to learning what how to get insurance on your products, to learning how to write a business plan, to kind of figuring out how to balance finances when we come from a background that don't necessarily speak on financial literature as much as we should. It's just the whole process, learning and meeting the people, the consumer that's buying the products, to who's supporting you and what reason are they supporting you, and people knowing your story and they support you just off of your story. It's just everything is every step. I can't really cipher through it and pick out just pinpoint one. It's just the whole process. I'm in love with the whole process. The packaging. Right now, currently, I'm building my own packaging. It's me and my big brother and my little sister is going to join in on the rest of it. We're building wood packaging right now, and I think it's the most unique thing I've ever seen. Because now we're tapping into more so of a market of packaging outside of just the product. If I can put something in front of you to where you don't want to get rid of it, I've done good. Because I want it to be longevity. I want you to see it. I want you to keep it. Just like a lot of people keep the Jordan shoe boxes and stuff when they buy Jordans, I want you to keep the packaging. And
Okay.
I think it's just it's a art piece that I'm adding to it. So it's dope. I like it.
Were you impacted by the coronavirus and COVID-19?
Yes, ma'am. I would say in a good way. Uh, I would say that it pushed you to be more creative. It pushed you to finally like get up and say like, okay, I got this idea. Let me go ahead and put it to use now. It afforded us the time to get up and do what we had to do while we have the time to do it. So, and a lot of quarantining and kind of like having to notice things about yourself, that also helped also. And it definitely elevated the business, even though business slowed down in a sense in the shop, it picked up at the same time, outside of the shop, and then I think my clipper line really got to thriving during the quarantine when people realized you can't go to the shop no more and get a haircut. And it just so happens that I had a pair of clippers that you can buy. And I also have a one-on-one cutting class that you can pay for, and I could teach you over the phone now. It really made me do some creative things I didn't think that I was going to do, but it worked out.
And then also, we have gone through an increase in awareness of Black-owned businesses, especially after the highlights with the social injustice and the Black Lives movements here, even in 2020. How has that impacted your business as well?
Again, it's all beneficial to me from what I've seen. I'm seeing more Black people come together and Black businesses come together and talk about the bumps, so another business won't have to go through the same thing. Another business wouldn't have to take the losses. I've had the luxuries of sitting down with different people that I service, and they talk to me about their businesses, and they give me insight. So I won't have to run into those same roadblocks because I know it's to come. And now I feel like I know how to deal with it more. Or I'm educating more people that just started out with their businesses, and I'm telling them everything that I maneuver through, and this is what you should do, or this is what you could do, and these are steps that you could take. So everything's been a benefit from what I can see so far. Black businesses are thriving at an all-time high right now.
So tell us, how does Bold Clippers give back to the community?
Right now, currently, I have a registry online that I just opened up a month ago. to all of the graduating seniors of 2020, I know that it was kind of like it was kind of not expected to not walk across the stage and stuff like that, and not really get the the appreciation and the love that they would have wanted to be shown walking across the stages. So I opened a registry on my website. I'm donating 40 pair of clippers to 40 seniors, black males and black females that want to register and take a one-on-one cutting class with me. It's also going to come included with all the products that I have. Just to teach them, everybody don't have to be barbers, but if I can give the game as far as entrepreneurship, I feel like this is my lane, and I feel like I can kind of open the doors and open their minds to when you jump out here in the real world, this is what's going to get you through. I don't think necessarily teaching them how to clock in at a job that they don't like is going to get them through. And I really don't want to see the next generation of multimillionaires, multi-billionaires go through the same process that we went through. I feel like they can catch it at an earlier age. So that's one thing that I do majorly, that I do to give back. Absolutely.
How can our consumers get in touch with you and possibly make a purchase?
Go to my website, boldclippers.com. You can hit me up on my Facebook on Thomas Lawless, my Instagram, Thomas Lawless TC, or my email address at lawlessthomas@yahoo.com.
Okay, awesome. And are you currently running any specials or promotions that you can take advantage of?
Absolutely. On my website right now, currently, I have my edges for sale right now for $80. The price went down due to my packaging, me working on my new packaging. So I didn't want to feel like I was robbing my consumer by not giving them the quality that I'm giving in this newer packaging. So until that newer packaging gets made, I'm selling it for $80. It's gonna be on sale for $80 right now.
So thank you again, Mr. Lawless, for joining us and for sharing with us about Bold Clippers. We appreciate your time this morning, and best of luck to you.
Yes, ma'am, and thank you.
Thank you.